beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today I'm going to share a couple of eye looks featuring these new holiday palettes from Oden's Eye. I've already done a full swatch and review video talking about these in depth with close-ups, swatches, different lighting, a lot of my opinions, my favorites, my thoughts, so make sure you check that video out if you want more information. But today I just want to show you each one of these palettes in action. I do have one eye look from each one of these palettes, and then I'm also going to share a couple of color combos just swatched on my arm with some shades that I think would work really well mixing these palettes for an eye look. Unfortunately, I can't film a whole bunch of eye looks right now. My skin is recovering from a pretty bad allergic reaction. I'm not going to go too much into the details, but I do need to take it easy on my skin. I'm fine. I have excellent medical attention. I have a doctor, I have an esthetician who take wonderful care of me. And as you can see, I'm fine. I'm healing, but I just want to take it easy on my skin. So I don't want to keep removing and applying makeup if I can help it. But I did want to give you a few extra ideas of color combos, pulling shades from both of these palettes to hopefully inspire you if you decide to pick up one or both of these palettes. If you are planning on shopping these holiday releases or the return of these cult favorite palettes, I have plenty of information for you. I do have several eye looks featuring these that I posted last year. And if you're going to purchase any of those, you can use my affiliate code for a 10% discount. It's just my first name, Amanda, and that will give you a decent savings on pretty much everything on the Oden's Eye site. Coupons are not applied to any collaboration projects. My collaboration project, my Flora Story palette, is still in stock, but it is close to selling out. I don't want to create FOMO for anybody, but if you want it, it's almost gone. And if you want to pick these up, you can use code Amanda to save you a little bit if you want to. I will show you the eye look I was wearing in the original swatch and review video featuring the Snow Dream palette, and also this eye look that I'm wearing right now today featuring the Hey Reindeer palette, and I'll take you through all the steps. I like to create eye looks that are fun and colorful, but also super easy that anybody can do and hopefully anybody can enjoy. So let's get into the tutorials. I'm going to start first with my Snow Dream palette look. This is the eyeshadow look I was wearing in my swatch and review video that I posted just a couple days ago. Of course, I always start all my eye looks with the Ulta Matte Eye Primer. It's been my favorite primer for a while now, so I'm wearing it every time I'm wearing eyeshadow. Then I'm going to start by mixing these two matte shades called Boots and Feast. This is going to give me a nice warm medium tan brown type of transition area. This is going to be a mixture of neutral and colorful type of look. That's my favorite type of eyeshadow to wear. This is going to be a toasty golden brown, very gingerbread type of look mixed with a bright and minty green color. So I'm taking my time laying down this more transitional type of color in the crease area and really blending that up and out. I want this to be a very warm, blown out, sultry look. And I'm adding that same color combo to my lower lash line as well, just sort of a foundational type of color for the rest of the layering and blending we're going to do. Now I'm going to use a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use this green shade called Ornament. This is also a matte color. So I'm using this medium grass green shade to be sort of like a color base for the rest of the shadows that I'm going to put on top. I am going to layer some shimmery colors on here. Ornament is acting as a bit of a base color for me, so I'm packing that on all over both of my lids, leading from my lash line all the way up to about the mid crease area. I'm just packing that color on, and then I will go back in with my original transition shade and gently smooth the edges over there. I'm not too worried about getting this blend perfect because I'm going to be layering some shimmers on top, but it's always easier to blend as you go along than try to go back and fix any rough edges after you've already laid down a bunch of shadows. What I'm going to do here is take the shade Mary on one of my fingers and then Sweater on the other one, and I'm going to work in tandem over that green ornament shade. So I'm putting Mary on the inner half of the lid and then Sweater on the outer half of the lid, and just sort of going back and forth, tapping those across my lid space. And I did do just a little bit of blending. Again, I think it's easier to blend along the way than go back and try to remedy any blending issues after there's a bunch of eyeshadow on the lid. Then my final step is to take the shade Feast and this much darker warm brown called God Jewel, and I just tapped a little bit of that along the outer part of the lid and the outer part of my crease, and then went with a completely clean brush and just blended that right into the existing shadows. I wanted some more warmth and some more depth on that outer part of the eye, and I think this final step really brought everything together and brought my vision to life. I also applied that to the lower lash line to continue that deeper, warmer brown to the bottom part of the eye as well. And then just really gently blended out all the edges, curled my lashes, added some L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara, and that's the finished look. It's not super perfect. It doesn't have to be super perfect, super complicated. It's just pretty and shiny and fun and warm, and it makes me feel happy and festive. This is definitely the type of look I can see myself wearing, not just for the holidays, but really anytime. I do want to mention that the shade Sweater had a decent amount of fallout as I was applying it with my finger. I just wiped it away with a big fluffy powder brush, but if that is something that tends to trip you up, or if it bugs you to have sparkles fall down on your face, maybe just do your eye look first if you're going to include one of these more foily shades. It doesn't bother me, but I know that some people really prefer to adjust the order of their makeup if they need to, if they are going to have any shimmer fallout. Now let's move on to the Hey Reindeer palette look. This is the eyeshadow look that I'm wearing throughout the talking portions of today's video, and this one is more colorful and definitely more of a wintry look and not so much a Christmassy look, at least for me. But you know what? I don't really care about seasons when it comes to makeup. I just think it's fun to play and wear whatever colors you like, and whatever makes you feel happy and joyful and fun that day, that's what you should wear. So today I'm starting with the shade Reindeer, and I'm applying that into the crease area, not being super precise because I am going to layer another color in here. So this is just my foundation color, what I'm going to blend on top of. And once I have that initial reindeer color laid down, I'm going to go in with a small fluffy detail blender type of brush from Singe Beauty, and I'm using the shade Greetings, which is definitely a great companion to the reindeer shade. It's a little bit deeper, a little bit dustier, and I think these two colors just work so beautifully together. They blended together seamlessly. At this point, I thought about just doing an all pinky monochromatic type of look. I could easily grab the shades Christmas Ham and Candy Canes and just slap those on the lid and call it a day. But I've been trying to push myself to use more blues in my looks because that is the color that I am least comfortable with using. So I've really been trying to make an effort to find ways to incorporate more blues into my eye looks, just so that I can, grow as a person or something like that. But this shade Holly is super beautiful, and the dustiness of this periwinkle blue color works really nicely with that dusty rose shade called Greetings. Then I can never resist a little silvery shimmer, so I used Bells on the very outer part of the eye, and I made sure to leave some blank space in the middle there. I did also experience a little bit of shimmer fallout from this Bells shade, but not quite as much as I did with the gold foily shade called Sweater from the Snow Dream palette. Then to fill in that blank spot in the very center of the eye, I used this gorgeous iridescent silvery lavender shade called Wreath. This is just the perfect way to complete this kind of ombre look that I was going for. I also wanted to shake things up because I usually put a shimmery shade towards the inner corner. So using a matte color is something that's very different for me. And I think that it turned out to be a really fun and different look, but it still feels like my style. Personally, I was still really comfortable with the way that this look turned out. I did want to add just a little bit of interest to the lower lash line. So I mixed Holly and Wreath on a really stiff flat brush and put that on the inner half of the lower lash line, and then used a fluffier detail brush to add a mixture of those rosy shades on the outer part of the lash line so that I sort of connected them around to the upper lid area. That way it seemed more continuous and had a flow from the upper to the lower lid spaces. Then curled my lashes and added some L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. This would be a really good look to throw in a silvery liner on the waterline, or maybe a lavender or periwinkle type of colorful pop of liner in that lower waterline. I'm thinking along the lines of Crybaby or Prance from the ColourPop BFF cream gel liners. Those are always the types of colors that come to mind for me because those are my favorite waterline liners. But today I think that this looks very soft and pretty for what a different color combination it is for me personally. I think just having mascara with no liner, no lashes or anything lends a softness to this look that helps me be a lot more comfortable and feel like it fits my personal style more. I think I prefer the Snow Dream look, but I really like both of these. Now just a couple of color combo ideas. I'm going to swatch these on my arm. I'll label the shades and everything for you. Hopefully these will be fun and inspiring for you to create some more eye looks on your own. So here are a couple more ideas that I can't tutorial demonstrate for you, but I will kind of plant the seed and hopefully you can create something fun if you need a little extra inspiration. This would be a really easy peasy way to do a bold red Christmassy holiday-ish type of look. I would mix garland and mistletoe in the crease area, and you could definitely just do eggnog on the inner part of the lid and tradition on the outer part of the lid. I also think that this eggnog shade would be really pretty to put on the inner corner and on the brow bone for a really bold, shimmery, highlighted eye type of look. This is an easy one for me. This is definitely the type of go-to color combination that I personally like to wear, which is why I tried really hard not to do something like this for one of my looks, because this really shifty, shimmery, neutral and purple type of look is my personal favorite, my personal go-to. So this is the type of color combination that is a classic Amanda type of look. If you want to go for the bright, super warm, very fireplace inspired type of look, this is another quite easy one. I would do boots and fireplace mixed in the crease area and maybe all over the lid with that fireplace shade. God Jewel to deepen up the outer corner and along the lash line, and then Candy Cane on top to add a little bit of shimmer because I always got to have at least a little bit of shimmer on the lids. Now, if you want a very snowdrift, shimmery, cool toned, give me a blue wintry look, this is a color combo that could be really fun and pretty. It could maybe even make me want to start wearing more blues, especially that tinsel shade, which I think works so well with Christmas ham and bells. They all have just a similar type of sparkle in them that makes them blend together very nicely. And as you can see, I had trouble wiping the Christmas ham shade off. It left a lot of sparkles behind, so beware. This is a nice classic red and gold type of holiday look. I absolutely can see myself wearing this. I would do Feast in the crease area and then Guests on the inner and outer part for like a little bit of a spotlight, and then mix Sleigh and Christmas Stocking on the very center of the lid for a bright pop of shimmer. And this very last color combo is one that I was drawn to because I wanted to think of how I would use the shade called Presents. I really like bright blue shimmers with warmer orangey brown type of matte colors. I just think that contrast works really well. So that's how I landed on this color combo. It's almost giving me summer vibes, but again, you should just wear whatever you want whenever you want to, because that's what I do. I hope you had as much fun watching these eye looks as I had creating them for you. I would love to hear which one was your favorite, which shades you want to see me use in the future if you want to see more from these palettes. Are you going to be picking any of these up? I always love to hear what you think about things too. So make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below, and make sure you check out my previous review video for lots more information and opinions there. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. These new Odens. Oh, wow. Who knew this job was so hazardous? Okay, I'm fine. I haven't even had alcohol in days. It's just how I am as a person. I have no excuse. Okay, regroup. Whatevs. I don't know. I don't know about that. Well, that's me. That's how I sound. Okay, I'm sweating and I'm hungry. I think I'm getting a little hangry. I'm gonna go make some food because I don't want to get cranky. Nobody likes that. It's not good for anybody when mommy's cranky. Oh, go check out my Etsy shop. I got the snowflake earrings out. More holidays coming soon there too. And thanks for watching. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you spending a little bit of your time with me. There's so many things you could be doing and you're here. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I hope that I see you really soon in my next video. I'll be here. I hope you'll be here too. Love your face. Okay, bye. Bye-bye now. Bye. You're so cute. Bye.